So you can't come up with a single idea? Not even one? Let's see what we can do. When making a D&D character, first look inwards. Throw the books away. Not literally. Just think about the characters that you like in media, those that you most want to be in the shoes of. Think of the personalities and physicalities of those that you want to embody, like, I don't know, Superman, Korra, or Go-Go. Each of these characters has aspects of their personality that people may want to play as, or they might just move or fight like you want them to. They give you a good abstraction of a character that you could be and sort of an idea for where you want to go. You can take bits and pieces from lots of those and think of some fun combinations to make your weird new character, something that's purely your own. Imagine someone who is as smart and inventive as Tony Stark, but super self-serious and lives in medieval times and is a lord. There's Percy. Or someone who communes with the elements and spirits of nature, like Aang, but has no self-confidence and a crippling inability to communicate with others. And there's Keyleth. Personality and ideals drive character creation. And so the first question I ask my players is, what are some broad stroke ideas that interest you? What do you think you'd be interested in playing? After that, I go to their experiences. Once a personality type is in their heads and all these ideas are flowing them around, I ask them, what have you done before? What do we have to build on or avoid for the sake of uniqueness in playstyle? Have you played only mages? Then let's change it up and be a barbarian. Or I invert that for melee brawlers. Say you've only played barbarians, fighters, maybe some rangers. Maybe it's time to play a paladin, or a bard, or a warlock. Change it up, and maybe you'll find something new that you really like. And so I ask you, what have you done before? Or what interests you? If it doesn't mesh with your initial personality and image for this character, so what? Does it sound like fun? Is a much better question to ask yourself. And if you can imagine a personality and a play style that both interest you, you can begin answering random personal questions that build your character out from a slip of paper into a legend. First, I would ask, where were you born? What city, realm, planet, or environment forged you? You can design as much or as little as you need to define who you are, and your DM will fill in the rest. Just be aware that you have to give as much clarity as you can, because you can't go back if you find yourself there, and the DM had to make a call that's not exactly what you imagined. After that, I press on that even deeper. I ask, what was your home like? Your city, your farm, your kingdom, what were its major facets that made it unique? Also, I ask, what was your family itself like? Your home life. I want to know what NPCs I need to make, what things I need to prepare for when you eventually return home. After I learn where your home was, what it was like, what you left behind, I then ask, why did you leave? You could have been forced out. You could have left on a simple trip and found yourself shipwrecked or robbed on the side of the road. Your home may have been destroyed, or it might have vanished due to a magical cataclysm. What made you leave? And after that, I want to go more into who your character is than where they came from. I first ask, what was your character's biggest inspiration? What made them want to be an adventurer, or a sailor, or a priest? Who was their hero, their idol? What inspired them? Then I ask who taught them. Sometimes those two are the same person. Oftentimes, not so much. If a character saw a hero save their town when they were younger, they may have just joined the guard, or gone to school. Or you may have been attacked at a young age, your parents died, but you were saved and taken in by your savior, and they trained you to be as good as, if not better than them. That is what some people do. Some people do the first thing. It entirely depends. If your inspiration was your parent and you grew to be exactly like them, that can be an interesting story. I then ask, what are some major accomplishments that you've done? What are you known for? What would you brag about if you had no humility? And then, to accompany the good, I ask about the bad. What sort of tragedies have occurred within your life? What things do you keep to yourself? What are your nightmares filled with? Both of these questions seek to break out into new facets of you. What are you known for? As much as, what do you want no one else to know about? Then I ask what you were doing. What was your job? What activities filled your life when you left home? Were you a priest, a guard, a barkeep, a gladiator? Did you take this job with you on the road, or did you just completely abandon it for the life of freedom? Were you a soldier who lost their city and have now gone on a quest to regain your honor? Or were you a priest who was sent out to spread the word of your God? Or were you just a nobody who left to make something of themselves? Lastly, in this group of questions anyways, I ask, if you follow a religion, what is your status in the eyes of the gods and monsters? Do you revere a lord of the hells or a god of justice? And do they even know about you in return? Next, I'm going to go over some meta-related questions, things where you acknowledge that this is a game. You kind of got to know who your character is on the sheet as well, just a little bit. You got to know, where they came from, how they spent their life so far, and to know that we got to look into the future. I ask you, what do you want this character to become? What do you want them to be able to achieve by the end of the campaign? Do you want them to defeat the evil that destroyed their home? Do you want to take back your kingdom and become the queen? Do you want to avenge your fallen brother and curse those that took him from you? Do you want to finally be able to let loose and show them all just how powerful you really are? What do you want to do? Anything is on the table. You just have to say it and it'll happen. Any big ticket items that will advance your character from one stage to another. Something that will humble them or give them confidence or take them on a massive personality journey that will make them feel evolved. Then I ask, what are some items or abilities that you want to be able to gain that are outside of the leveling system? What powers entice you? Do you want to become a lich or a vampire lord? Do you want to spit poison like a dragon, fly, teleport, cloak yourself in shadows? I'll find a way to write it in, whether it's a magic item, a God-given feature, or an earned power from within yourself. You can do anything. The rules are off when the only barrier is can you write it down? After that, I ask if there are any possible quests or quest ideas that they've had, unrelated to the larger, who do you want to be kind of quests. Do you want to make sure that you can steal some stuff? Go home and see your parents. Do a little prison break. What are some things that will mesh well with your character and you will have fun doing as a no consequence? I don't know, someone missed the session, so I guess we're doing a side adventure today. And lastly, for all of this, how do you make a character that you will love? I ask you to re-say everything. From start to finish, I ask you to put your sheets away, everything we've written down. Tell me who you are. What makes you, you? So, who are you? I am a son who lost his parents in an alley at a young age. I am a daughter who left home to fight in the army, out on those that gave up her schooling as less no idea where I am, what's going on. It was my purpose to grow and gate to understand and to defend justice. I failed when I was attacked by absolutely had. I was once a follower of God, but now my brother to love and destroy events. My brother went on one day. I've lost everything. Whether you are the last son or the first of a new era, you are your own unique character. And I hope that in some way, this video helped you to forge an identity anew, to create a character that maybe you wouldn't have thought of before, or at least some facets of your existing characters that maybe you didn't consider, such as exactly what their home life was like, or maybe it encouraged you to speak more with your DM and create a more fleshed out existence for this character. Thank you all for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe, like, and go check out our Patreon, where we just published the March Homebrew Pack. This time, it's themed around medieval combat tactics and real boots on the ground thinking. Also, be sure to comment down below the characters that you've thought of or made that you take pride in. If you've made something that you're happy with, regardless of if it was made with this method to do it or not, let us hear about it. But yeah, guys. Thank you again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
What?
The faces you're making at me.